Alright everybody, welcome to another episode of TW. And we're here for the August 4th episode of Fuel number 129. We're starting off with The Rock cutting a promo, and Cactus Jack comes out. JJ Dillon follows, and he announces on pay-per-view at Summer Showdown, which will be on August 24th, I believe. Cactus Jack takes on The Rock in a street fight for the GCW Championship, so this gets a 96. Godfather defeats Ahmed Johnson in our opening contest, hits him with that scoop power slam to get that win. We got Shawn Michaels and Triple H talking backstage, and Shawn is unable to help Triple H tonight because Shawn is, preparing for Austin. So Triple H has to find a partner to defend the World Tag Team Championships tonight against Chris Candido and Chris Jericho. It's 82. Perry Saturn cuts a promo, and Eddie Guerrero comes out. Saturn wants that TV title, and I believe he's going to get that opportunity next week, if I remember. Is it next week? It might not be next week. It is not. It is in 2 weeks. So for now, they're just exchanging words. 77. Too Cool gets a victory over Gato and Jado next when Grandmaster Sexay pinned Gato with the Tennessee Jam. So Scotty 2 Hottie's gimmick is getting stale. After that, Scotty and a Grandmaster do a little bit of dancing. They have a little... They show off some moves in the middle of the ring. Gets a 45. Brian Pillman gets a promo. DDP comes out, followed by the Intercontinental Champion Booker T. Next week, Brian Pillman faces DDP in a number one contenders match, with the winner facing Booker T at Summer Showdown for the IC title. This gets an 89. Canyon cuts a backstage promo on Chris Benoit. He wants his Hardcore Championship back. He'll stop at nothing to get it back. Juventud and Ray have their rematch, and Juventud once again gets that victory with a flash pinfall after interference from the Masked Man. And this gets a 90. Great match between these two, and Ray gets a 95. Juvi gets a 90. We've got the New Age Outlaws getting a promo on Undertaker and Kane come out, and we're going to see The Undertaker versus Billy Gunn next week. Is that the main event for next week? It's not. The main event for next week is Pillman versus DDP. 83. We've got Steve Austin cutting promo, and Shawn Michaels ends up coming out. They exchange a few words, and then Jesse Ventura comes out with Ken Shamrock and The Big Show, who of course have Paul Bearer as well, managing them. And exchanging some words. 86 right here. Main event, X-Pac comes out, and he is teaming with Triple H tonight, and they defend the World Tag Team Championships. So they retain the titles for Shawn Michaels and Triple H. So this did pretty good. Popularity's fine. Let's go fix Scotty 2 Hottie's gimmick, and let's go put Shawn Michaels as World Tag Team Champion once again. Let's go do that. So titles, World Tag. We're going to replace X-Pac with Shawn Michaels. Perfect. We're back to normal. And X-Pac is in DX now. Alright, Syndicate's doing good. And we want to fix Scotty 2 Hottie's gimmick. It's the Masked Man right here. Let's go tweak that. Perfect. Alright, let's go take care of Rival Pro now. Alright, what do we got? We've got a Rob Van Dam segment to open the show. Let's go right there. This is fine. Christian and Lance Storm are travel buddies now. That's good. So we're starting off with Rob Van Dam cutting a promo, and Exam is going to come out. Exam cost RVD the Rival Pro Heavyweight Championship. So tonight they're going to exchange some words, and they're going to face off next week. Right, we're going to have Lance Storm versus Baron Von Buchanan. That's 6 minutes with Lance Storm going over. After that, we're going to have Darren Drozdov and Baron von Buchanan beat down Lance Storm, and Just Incredible will make the save. So Buchanan and Droz beat down Storm. Incredible makes the save. 5 minutes. All right, we're going to have the Hardys cut a promo. We're going to have Edge and Christian come out. And then we're going to have Bubba and Devon. This gets 8 minutes. All right, next up we've got Goldberg defending the title once again against Thrasher this time. He beat Mosh last week. He's facing Thrasher this week, and it's going to be a 3-minute instead of a 4-minute match. And as we continue to book Goldberg like a monster, we're going to have Stevie Ray and Rikishi exchanging words. Perfect. They'll face off once again. Winner will face Goldberg. So this gets 10 minutes. And then main event. It's going to be Marvelous Mark Marrow defending the championship against Jerry Lynn. Give that 16 minutes. Rival Pro Heavyweight Championship on the line with Marvelous Mark Marrow getting that win with a tainted pinfall. So opening segment gets a 34 because Exam cannot cut a promo, but he will eventually, so that's fine. Lance Storm gets a victory over Baron von Buchanan. Afterwards, we get a beatdown, and Just Incredible makes the save for Lance Storm. We've got the tag teams for the tag team title division, all cutting a promo on each other, 47. Goldberg defends the television championship, makes defense number 9. Rikishi and Stevie Ray exchange words. And then main event, Marvelous Mark Marrow retains the Rival Pro Heavyweight Championship with a TKO after Sable interference. This gets a 63. Ends our show with a 55. And going all over the United States. And since I'm only 8 minutes into the video, am I running another show? I kind of want to. Yeah, I think I might. I might run another episode of Fuel and show the results for the next episode of Rival TV. I won't show the booking process because we're still 8 minutes already into the video. So I'll be right back. We're going to host another episode of Fuel. And yeah, just give me one moment. We'll do that in one moment. Alright, let's do it. One more Fuel, August 11th. So we're starting off on the pre-show. Billy Kidman versus Super Calo. Billy Kidman gets a victory with that shooting star. This is a high spots match, so this did pretty good. We're starting off with Shawn Michaels getting a promo. Show Rock end up coming out, and Steve Austin backs up Shawn Michaels. Jesse Ventura books a tag team match next week. Show Rock versus Austin and Michaels, 79. Chris Benoit opens the show with a hardcore title defense against Chris Kanyon. This means that Chris Benoit is the hardcore champion heading into Summer Showdown, which means he'll vacate the title, and he is guaranteed to face whoever it is between Eddie Guerrero and Perry Saturn, and that's what this interview is about. Benoit is ready for either Guerrero or Saturn. That match will be next week. Triple H introduces X-Pac. He's the newest member of D-Generation X. Not much to say there. D'Lo Brown gets a victory over Fit Finlay. This is our car crash match, and D'Lo gets that win. Ray talks to J.J. Dillon, and Ray's upset because once again the Masked Man interfered. So J.J. gives Ray one more shot, and if he can beat Hector Garza next week, then Ray gets another opportunity at Juventud on pay-per-view. So 59. The Rock cuts a promo on Cactus Jack. Not much to say about this one. This gets a 95. Undertaker gets a victory over Billy Gunn. This gets an 89 with The Undertaker getting that win with a Tombstone Piledriver. And afterwards, Undertaker and Kane brawl with the New Age Outlaws. And this gets an 86. Perry Saturn cuts a backstage promo and facing Eddie Guerrero for the television championship next week. Gets a 62. We've got Chris Candido and Chris Jericho cutting a promo, and Triple H and X-Pac come out next week. We're going to see singles matches, Chris Candido versus Triple H, Chris Jericho versus X-Pac, and that's on Fuel next week, 67. Main event, Brian Pillman gets that victory over Diamond Dallas Page with that Air Pillman, which means that Brian Pillman is the new #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. Ends our show with an 86. So not too bad. Right, and we've got Rival TV to book. I'm not going to show the booking process because we're already 10 minutes into the video, and we've already done 3 shows. So I'm just going to show the results. And we've got Rob Van Dam versus Exam. That's going to be the main event of that show. So let's get into that right now. All right, we're here on Rival TV. We're opening the show with Stevie Ray cutting a promo on Rikishi. They're facing off next week with the winner facing Goldberg for the television championship, 59. Jeff Hardy gets a victory over Christian Cage with that Swanton Bomb, 58 for Jeff, 45 for Christian, 56 overall. Justin Credible and Lance Storm are backstage, and they're forming a new tag team called the Impact Players, and they are here in Rival Pro, ready for taking over the tag team division, 52. Mark Merrow cuts a promo, and Val Venus interrupts. He wants a match, and Mark Merrow grants it to him, so title match right here, right now, and Merrow gets that win in 3:44 with a handful of tights, cheating to win, but still defends the title. Then we have a brawl. Ekmo, Chemo, and Merrow beat down Val Venus. Steven Richards and Jerry Lynn come out, and we got a 3-on-3 brawl. Main event, RVD gets a victory over Exam by disqualification, and it gets a 60. So 58, not too bad. And that's where we're going to end this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Next episode, we will be hosting an episode of Fuel, Rival TV, and the Summer Showdown pay-per-view. So, we're almost at Ignition. So, alright. Next episode, we got the pay-per-view. The end of the Summer Series, Shawn Michaels versus Steve Austin in the main event. So, make sure to stay tuned for that. We're going to see you guys in the next one. So, alright. Have a good one. Goodbye.